Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Sheeran continues to evolve. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Q&A, the video where you ask the questions and I try my best to answer them. This is Q&A 36, the final Q&A of 2024, and we are going to go off with a bang. We've got 5 questions today from the community that I am going to try my best to answer, and there were a lot of really good questions, so I might try to take those questions and move them over to Q&A 37 when we get to that in January. But anyway, if you find yourself enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and they might make it into Q&A 37 at some point, or 38, whatever we end up doing next. So, without further ado, let's begin. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, how are you? Alright, for real this time, our first question for today is from Chris Morton-G6E, and the question is, who is your favorite character in your Dinosaur series? Overall, Jesus Christ, that's a tough one. I do like a lot of my characters, but if I had to pick a favorite, I would have to say Cassie. I don't know. Cassie is just a really funny character to me. Whenever I write her as a character, she's super hilarious, and I don't know. Cassie just defines my sarcastic side in a way. I mean, Jay can be sarcastic at times, but Cassie more so. I feel like Cassie is more of my abrasive side. You know, the abrasive side from SpongeBob, you know, when SpongeBob gets the abrasive side so he can say no to people without actually saying no to people. You know, basically that's what Cassie is. But yeah, my favorite character overall would probably be Cassie. Question 2 is from Thunder Cartoons 5, and the question is, what was your first video editor before you used Final Cut Pro? Before Final Cut, I used to use its free equivalent, iMovie. I also used another video editing software on my PC called Movavi. That's how I created my original errors with Movavi. I had to use Movavi after my old MacBook broke, just until I got a brand new one, and then I switched back to iMovie until I finally bought Final Cut Pro, which by the way was $300, the most expensive video editing software I've ever bought. Every other one I've bought was like $150, like Movavi and Vegas Pro, which I started using more recently for my gaming videos. But I would still use Final Cut Pro and CapCut for my main channel videos and my Jay and Shay videos, as well as my Unique Guy 24 videos. And then you've got Windows Movie Maker from way back in the day. I used to use that for like my older videos from back in 2012. This was back when I was running on Windows XP, and my God, it was so good. I remember making videos back in the early 2010s, late 2000s, and just using Windows Movie Maker, and it's just an awesome software to use, in my opinion. I really loved it, and I wish we could have Windows Movie Maker again, because it's just an epic movie-making software. So before Final Cut Pro, I used the following video editing softwares: Windows Movie Maker, iMovie, and Movavi, and more recently, Sony Vegas. Oh yeah, and CapCut too. Question 3 is from Tristan Emmanuel Hadi, and the question is, if Disney, Universal, or Illumination, or etc. would offer to make your J series into a TV show, would you take it? Not from Disney, or at least today's Disney. If it were 90s Disney or even 80s Disney, then I might consider it, but today's Disney is just too whacked for that. Illumination would be nice, even though Illumination is known for being hit and miss when it comes to their movies and TV shows and whatever. I would go with DreamWorks the most, because I've always been more of a DreamWorks kind of guy. I love their movies, and I hope to continue watching them, and maybe one day DreamWorks can turn my series into an actual series. Who knows? Question 4 is from Tyrannodzilla 1981, and the question is, what inspired your OC? Nothing really. I just combined two of my favorite things in the world. My favorite dinosaur, which is the Giganotosaurus, and my favorite color, which is blue. Simple as that. As for my design, I am loosely based off of the Dominion Giganotosaurus, and my roars are a mixture of the Dominion Giga as well as the Arc Giga. Our final question for today is from Poison the Allosaurus, and the question is, have you ever watched Dinosaur King the anime? Yes, and not only that, but I've binge-watched every single episode, and honestly, it's mid at best. As a dinosaur fan, I never really cared for it. I mean, the concept is cool, treating dinosaurs like Pokemon. I like the concept. It's just the execution that I don't really care for. The first season was good, keeping things realistic, but once we got to the second season with the crystallized dinosaurs, that's when it got a little stupid. Apart from that, I do like the designs of the dinosaurs in their 3D forms. Chomp is really cool, and Terry is just an absolute badass. I love Terry. I also like Ace. I'm neutral about Paris. Tank is really cool, and Spiny is just the worst of them all. I don't really like Spiny. He's the weakest of them all, and Spiny is just a very dumb name. I would have went for Spino instead of Spiny, but I digress. As for the human characters, I could care less about them. First, you've got the D-Team, Max, Rex, and Zoe. They're a little annoying at times, but, cool characters, I guess. And then you got the villains called the Alpha Gang, which are probably the best group of people in the entire series. I forget their names. I know one of them's name is Ursula, and I love this running gag where they keep calling Ursula an old lady. I always thought that was hilarious. But yeah, overall, Dinosaur King is kind of mid. I like the concept, but not so much the execution. And by the way, this is coming from a huge dinosaur fan. And anyway, that about wraps it up for Q&A 36. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Also, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, and they might make it into Q&A 37. But until then, I will see you guys in January. Thanks for watching.